Graduated from Rowan University in the spring of 2022 with a sports communication and media degree. I got to actually call minor league baseball and G League basketball games while I was in school. And then I graduated, and as soon as I graduated, I went to NFL Films in Mount Laurel, New Jersey. And as much as I loved that experience, I miss putting on the headsets. I decided, you know what, talk is cheap. I have a laptop that's in my house, and so 21 months later, here we are, still on YouTube, calling games and building an incredible, loving community on here. with the people that I call my Philly freaks with a capital P and a capital H. We go live for every single Phillies, Sixers, and Eagles game, and we do it like old school radio play-by-play style. I'm Jason Joseph, and this is Play-by-Play with JJ.
Showed swung on, barreled out to right field. Bye-bye baseball.
That baby is long gone.
2, 3, 4, 5, 6. There we go. All right, we are underway. Joel Embiid is back in action tonight for the Philadelphia 76ers. All righty, so we got this game up and running. Hopefully you're all doing well and having yourselves a very fantastic day. Embiid is at the foul line. Boston did make a bucket first from Nehemiah Skata. They started a little bit early tonight. Usually they start at like 7:10. But they are underway right now. Embiid's at the line. He got fouled by Kata, and the first free throw is good. So it's a 2-1 game. All right, Embiid at the line for one more. Here it is. It's good. Excellent. All right, what's going on, Chad? How we feeling? Drop those logos down below, those emotes. All right, Tatum over in the corner, gives it over to Hauser, and Hauser on a dribble, puts up a shot. That's no good. All right, Kelly Oubre is going to get the ball for the 76ers, and he'll dump it back off over to VJ Edgecombe. So you got Maxey, Embiid, Edgecombe, Oubre, and George as the starting five for Philadelphia. Embiid takes a three at the top of the key, and that's a little bit short. There's Jason Tatum climbing the ladder, getting the rebound. Jaylen Brown over towards his right side, Nehemiah Skata towards his left. Sam Hauser is over on the far corner, and Derek White is on the near corner. Here's a three-pointer that's up, and it's no good. And that was Jaylen Brown. He airballed it, and it goes on out of bounds. 10 minutes and 35 seconds to go in this first quarter of play. Boston leads the series by 2. They actually are up 2-1. And the Sixers are trying to take Game 4 with Joel Embiid back out there for the first time in 17 days. George over at the logo, crosses over a couple of times, drives it down the lane, kicks it out to Edgecombe, a near corner three. Edgecombe can't knock it down. He was 0 for 7 from downtown in his last game, and so far, not so good from VJ Edgecombe shooting-wise. Hopefully that'll change. Derek White able to find Nehemiah Skata in the pick and roll, and it works. And that'll make it a 4-2 ball game. Boston is up by 2. Sixers need to try to capitalize on some good offensive possessions. Embiid over out the foul line extended, takes a couple of jab steps, puts up a 2, and that one's no good. Nehemiah Skata actually played pretty good defense there. Embiid just not able to dominate downhill. Kata goes up with a shot, and he's hacked by Joel Embiid. And Embiid not necessarily happy with the referees on that call. The refs for tonight's game, it's Musa Daguerre, who is one of the referees. Then you have Josh Tiven, Ed Malloy, and Mark Lindsay as a part of the officiating crew as well. What's up, chat? How we doing? Katie's here. Grace is also here. What's up, Grace? Joe is also here. And JoJo is back. I love that. Had no idea that he was playing. Let's go, baby. Let's go. All right, so it's a 5-2 game. Katie's also here in the chat as well. Folks, we are 10 subscribers away from getting to 9,800 subs. George gets the rebound off of the missed free throw by Boston, and it's Oubre who gets it downhill for the Sixers. Oubre to Embiid, and Embiid gets tripped up, and we have a whistle called. After Nehemiah Skata missed the second foul shot, Paul George leaped up, got the rebound, and the Philadelphia 76ers were trying to attack over on the other side. So the baseball team didn't do a good job today. Let's see how the basketball team does. Hopefully they can even up the series at 2 games apiece. Kata already in foul trouble. That's his second foul of the game. And Embiid's going to go back to the line. Joel Embiid in his return for the Philadelphia 76ers, looking to try to help them win Game 4 of this series. Takes a couple of dribbles, and the first free throw by Embiid is good. Joel averaged 27 points per game this year, along with 7.5 rebounds as well, and 4 assists per game too. Every time Embiid falls, you just always scratch your head and you think to yourself, is he okay? 5-3 Boston. Joel Embiid working up a sweat so far. Foul shot number 2. And he's made all 4 foul shots so far.
Excellent.
It's a 5-4 game. 9:23 left to go in this first quarter of play. 4 points. All of them have been free throws knocked down by the big fella. Vucevic is out there because Kata's in foul trouble already. He has 2 fouls. Tatum being guarded by Paul George, spins around, turns around, goes up with a 2, and the basketball gods say you're not going to get that one. Edgecombe got the rebound. That took about 4 bounces. Oubre for 3 for the Sixers. Not a good shot there by Kelly Oubre Jr. Took it right off the dribble. Jaylen Brown collects his miss, and Brown now being guarded by Edgecombe. George steps up over on Derek White, and it's Jaylen Brown who's being guarded by Edgecombe. George trying to help him out there. Help coverage comes, and Derek White for 3. That's not even close. He was way off that time. And it was Maxey who got the rebound for the Sixers. Boston is 2 for 6 from the field. Philadelphia 0 for 4 to start off the game. George, step back, baseline J. That's just a little bit too strong. Sixers not getting the rolls to go. It's Brown again, trying to get it buzzed away, and George comes up with a steal. Jaylen Brown, bad possession. 2-on-1 for Embiid, and Joel throws it down. Joel Embiid with all 6 points for the 76ers so far. Oubre got it out in transition and just dumped it off to the big fella, and there was nobody to cover him. Vucevic for 2. It hits the back iron and somehow gets a friendly roll, and Boston back up in front 7-6. That was just one of the luckiest bounces that you'll see in probably this game. B.J. Edgecombe looking to try to attack and take on Jaylen Brown. There's 8 seconds left on the shot clock. Oubre over on the left side of the wing. 10 seconds left on the play clock, or the shot clock, that is. And Oubre goes up for a 2. We do have a whistle called, and I believe Oubre is going to go to the line. Look at that defense by Paul George. And out in transition, Oubre knew that Vucevic was going to step up on him, so it's just a game of chess. And Joel Embiid ended up throwing it down. They called the foul on the floor. My mistake. Embiid gets the inbound pass, and now it goes over to Maxey. They swing it around the timeline. Oubre for 3. Not even close. He was over on the far corner, and he misfired that tray. It hit off the back iron. It's Tatum over at the Sixers logo as the Celtics again go from left to right. Sixers in their black and white uniforms going from right to left. The floater won't go. Vucevic, offensive rebound. Nobody could box him out. And the layup is good by Nikola Vucevic. Already making an impact so far. Vucevic with 4 points. And the Sixers can't stop him. He also has 2 boards to go along with that. George over to Embiid. Embiid trying to take on Vucevic, and it's just too easy for Joel Embiid. He's been a one-man wrecking crew, scoring all 8 of the Sixers' points. What a start for Joel Embiid. George tips it. It goes out of bounds. Last touch by Boston. It'll be Sixers ball. Embiid tells the crowd to come to life. And the Sixers take a timeout. This crowd is not sitting down. Let's make sure that we go down here. Here's Joel Embiid scoring all 8 of the 76ers points. He's 2 for 4 from the field. He's made all 4 free throws for the Sixers. Joel Embiid has been missed by Philadelphia. All right. Okay, so let's make sure that we go to our monologue screen for a second. Hello, everybody. Sorry about that slow start. I thought that they were going to start at 7:10, but I should have been on a little bit earlier. Shoulda, woulda, coulda. No worries. We're here. We did it. We're live, and I appreciate you all so much from the bottom of my heart for being able to just be on here. But yes, all right. So hit the thumbs up button, hit that subscribe button as well, and make sure that you guys turn on the notification bell icons too, and that way you will know when we do go live. Let's say hello to everybody in the chat. Grace is here, Brian's here. Who else do we got? We got Joe here as well. Make sure to hit that thumbs up button. We had 104 last time. Let's try to get to 150, baby. Let's go. Let's go, baby. I do believe the Sixers can get it done tonight. Final score predictions. Let's go. Final score predictions for tonight's game. I'm going to go 128 to 110 Philadelphia. I learned in the last game, this is what I learned, chat, and I will continue to say this, that this Boston team is beatable. It was a heartbreak of a loss. It really was. But the 76ers lost that game because they just couldn't execute down the stretch. They made some really bad turnovers, and Boston had more talent. The 76ers with Joel Embiid can beat this team. They really can. And not only that, but they can definitely win 3 of 4 because that's what it is now. It's can the Sixers win 3 out of 4 with Joel Embiid? And I believe that the answer to that question is 1,000% yes. Now, obviously, he has to stay healthy, and the 76ers are going to have to draw a lot of attention on focusing when it comes to the offense on him. But Joel's going to open up the space even more for VJ Edgecombe. You already see that he's been establishing himself, and now Boston has to make a decision because Nehemiah Skate is already in foul trouble. Nikola Vucevic, if he gets into foul trouble too, it's going to be really, really tough for the Boston Celtics to figure out what to do. It just is. So I just wanted to put that out there. So I really have a lot of confidence in this team right now with the way that they've been playing without Joel Embiid. Makes me think that they can do better with Joel Embiid. That's all I wanted to say. Let me know what you guys think down below. I can see these emojis today because I have my glasses on, says Grace. Let's go! Put your glasses on. Love it. Love it, love it, love it, love it, love it. AJP is in the building. Let's go. Let's go, baby. Jack is also here. He says 107 to 93 Sixers. Love it. Absolutely love it. Joel Embiid, 8 points, 2 for 4 from the field. He has made all 4 foul shots as well, and he's been a one-man wrecking crew for the Philadelphia 76ers. All right, so let's try to update this. There we go. That's better. Peyton Pritchard is going to step on in for the Boston Celtics as he subs in for Sam Hauser. Sixers get the inbound pass. It's Paul George. Sixers are going from right to left. George, baseline J. That one won't go. Tatum tried to get the rebound, couldn't corral it, and it goes out of bounds. Sixers basketball. Philly says 76ers by a milli. By a Billy. Yeah, a Billy. You said 76ers by $1 billion, but I said a Billy. Let's go, baby. All right, George gets it over at the nail. Now hands it off over to Embiid. Embiid zips it over towards the outside. It's Oubre again. Goes up with a floater inside. That one won't go. Jaylen Brown gets the rebound for the Boston Celtics. 6:03 left to go in this first quarter of play. Brown hasn't gotten on the board just yet. Has to pass it towards the outside. Pritchard from way downtown. That's no good. Derek White volleyball tips it into the hands of Jaylen Brown, and they reset it again. Vucevic almost lost it. VJ Edgecombe nearly got a steal, but he got it back. And here's a three-point shot that's up and that's no good. That was actually Peyton Pritchard who got the ball back, and then Pritchard was able to make the layup out of it. It's an 11-8 game. Jack says need Joel Embiid to play inside and draw fouls. Absolutely. Thank you so much for the $2 super chat, my friend. Edgecombe with a foul line. Jay connects. VJ Edgecombe finally able to get into the scoring department for the Sixers. All of the 8 points were scored by Joel Embiid, and somebody else able to contribute on the other side for Philadelphia. We have a whistle called with 5:11 to go in this first quarter of play. So far in this game, the Philadelphia 76ers are getting out-rebounded 10-4 on the glass by the Boston Celtics, and the Celtics are shooting the ball better from the field. Neither team has made a three, though. They're both 0 for 4. But Boston shooting 42%, Philadelphia just 25. Embiid is going to take a seat. Nick Nurse gives him a little pat on the back and gets high fives from his teammates over on the bench. 5:11 to play in quarter number one. Andre Drummond will be his replacement. So the Sixers 5 now. It's George, Oubre, Maxey, Edgecombe, and Drummond. And for Boston, they got Pritchard, Garza, Brown, White, and Tatum. Pritchard gets the inbound pass. He tries to get past VJ Edgecombe, and we have a whistle called, and that's going to be on VJ for a personal foul. A little bit of pushing and shoving after Pritchard got the ball. Jack with the $2 super chat. And just like you said, you need Joel Embiid to play inside, draw fouls, and body guys down low over on the block. VJ Edgecombe is going to take a seat right now as Justin Edwards will sub on in. Wonder why they're going to him this early, but Peyton Pritchard gets the inbound pass, and he tries to get past Tyrese Maxey, and there's a shot that's up. It's no good by Garza, but he's fouled. Tell you what, Maxey could not stay on his man there, and that's what caused Garza to get a little bit of some separation because help defense needed to come, and Garza is going to draw the foul. 4:53 left to go. Andre Drummond guilty for committing the shooting foul. Garza's first free throw, that's no good. When was the last time that we saw Andre Drummond playing backup center minutes for Joel Embiid? It's been quite some time because usually when Joel Embiid started, Adembona got the backup minutes. It's good to see you, Jack. I'm so happy that you're here, man. Garza, second foul shot, bullseye. 12-10, Sixers down by 3 with 4:52 left to go in this first quarter of play. Maxey over at the Sixers logo, hands it off to George, a catch and shoot three. He knew it was good. And he knocks it down from straight on. 13-12, Sixers have their lead, their first lead of the game. Pritchard trying to respond, and he does. Right on off the dribble over Andre Drummond, acting like he's Steph Curry out there, swishing it from another area code. Also, Jordan Walsh is now in the game, too. So the Celtics, they're 5. It's Walsh, Pritchard, Garza, White, and Tatum. They go to a small ball lineup. Oubre gets it deflected, almost got it stolen away, has to pass it over to Drummond for a corner three, and Oubre tried to get the offensive rebound, could not hang on to it, and Boston instead able to corral it. Pritchard, another three, and that's up, and that's good again. Same spot, same location, and he's able to get the same result out of it. An 18-13 start for Boston. Peyton Pritchard with 2 threes from the left wing so far. George over at the foul line extended, goes up with a 2 inside. That's no good. And the rebound goes to Jason Tatum as he spins, turns, drives it down the lane, and it's up and it's good. And we got a timeout taken by the Philadelphia 76ers. Boston on an 8-0 run. And it's a 20-13 start for the Celtics. Nick Nurse calls for time. And the Sixers and Celtics will be back in just a few moments. Another $5 super chat from Jack. Bad defense for the Philadelphia 76ers. And the Celtics are on a run. Let's go. Thanks so much, Jack. Embiid's minutes may be limited, but when he's out there, he needs to be used and not just setting picks and sightseeing from the outside. 1,000%. This guy has to be used in pick and rolls. He needs to be over on the block. He needs to be bullying these centers for this Boston Celtics team because Vucevic one-on-one just cannot stop Joel Embiid with the skill set that he has. When Joel Embiid is out there and he is just dominating down low on the block, he doesn't dunk the way that he used to, but he can still get you with the footwork, and that's why he still gets a lot of comparisons to Hakeem Olajuwon because his footwork is just impeccable. Now he just has to get on the block, and he can draw those double teams. So just, if it ain't broke, don't fix it. Just try to get him the ball over on the block and make him go to work. And then that opens the floor for everybody else. Tyrese Maxey, VJ Edgecombe, and even Paul George as well. Jack, you are the man. 122 to 116, 76ers, says Joe. All right, so I'm going 128 to 110. Joe says 122 to 116. AJP, what's up, AJP? I'm going to say 105 to 94 Sixers. Jack says 107 to 93 Sixers. Okay, so we're sort of in the same vicinity for the most part. We're in a similar vicinity. What else do we got? Oh, man, there we go. Look at all those emotes. All right, let's go Sixers. JJ is my new favorite sports streamer. Ben Tile, what's going on, my guy? How are you doing, my friend? Let's go. I'll tell you, what's really disturbing to me is Tyrese Maxey has not taken one shot so far in these 8 minutes. That's the one thing that bothers me, too. I get that they have to try to get Joel Embiid acclimated. I 1,000% understand that. But when Joel Embiid comes back, or when he comes out of the game, that's when Tyrese Maxey needs to get the ball a little bit more. I know that there's already a lot of mouths to feed, but Maxey not even having one shot attempt, that's not good. That's disturbing. You can't have that happen. Let's take a sip of water. Don't forget to like. Don't forget to subscribe. Turn on the notification bell icons, too. We got 34 people tuning on in to the chat. Once again, Jack, thank you so much for the 5, and thank you so much for the 2. You've been unbelievable today. Oh, my gosh. With all the gifted memberships, I mean, you're insane, man, and I love you so much, buddy. I appreciate everything that you've done. Here we go. Tyrese Maxey has the rock for the Sixers. A lot of dribble handoffs so far on this possession. Maxey takes it over to the nail, steps back, thought about taking the 2, gives it over to Kelly Oubre, and now it's back to Maxey. Maxey crosses over. What's he gonna do? He spins around, he turns around. Walsh playing good defense on him. Maxey with a little prayer inside. That's no good. And the 76ers have a shot clock violation. Walsh played good defense. Nobody else was moving. And the 76ers just not able to get a good shot there from Tyrese Maxey. So they tried to draw up a play for Maxey, and clearly it did not work. And so the Sixers turn it over. Tatum and the Celtics on an 8-0 run. And it's a 20-13 game. Tatum for 3 for Boston, and he's fouled by Drummond, and he'll go to the line to shoot 3 free throws. Not the start. Can't say I understand why you wouldn't go to Bona here, says Paul Hudrick. I don't. I mean, at this, I can't say that a Dem Bona would even make a difference. Bona's had a really bad series, chat. Joel Embiid is going to come back on in. So the Sixers a huge minus without Joel Embiid so far in this game. The first free throw is good. There's Joel Embiid over at the scorer's table in that white and yellow 76ers shirt. It also looks like Dominic Barlow is going to enter back into. Tatum at the line. Free throw number 2. It's a swisher. Baylor Shireman will step on in for Boston. He'll come in for Derek White. The Boston lineup, it's Tatum, Vucevic, Pritchard, Shireman, and Walsh, as Vucevic comes in for Luka Garza, and the 76ers have Embiid, Oubre, Maxey, Edwards, and Barlow out there. Celtics are hunting Andre Drummond every chance that they can, and foul shot number 3 for Tatum. He knocks it down. Give him 5 points, 4 rebounds, and 3 assists in this game so far. 23-13, an 11-0 run by Boston over the last 2 minutes of play. Maxey lets it fly, cashes in, and finally Tyrese Maxey arrives to the party. It's the 3 from the top of the key. Pritchard looking to try to get some space on the other side. And Dominic Barlow steps up on him at the DraftKings sign over at the right side of the wing. Takes it down the lane, steps back, puts up a tough 2. Peyton Pritchard has been a one-man wrecking crew off the bench for Boston. Give him 10 points in this game. He is 4 for 5 from the field with 2 rebounds as well. Maxey at the foul line, behind the back bounce pass. It's supposed to go over to Embiid's way, and Embiid slipped, and Maxey threw it just a little bit over towards his right side, and a bad turnover by Philadelphia. Boston leads the series 2-1, and the Sixers are going to try to get back into the series with a win tonight, hopefully. 2 turnovers, 2 by each team. Tatum, over at the Sixers logo, works around the screen, puts up a 3, and that's no good. Shireman there to get the offensive rebound. He got it right on over Justin Edwards. Edwards not in a good position at all. Tatum gets a second chance here. He goes down the lane, kicks it out to Walsh, and Walsh back to Vucevic for a 3. That's no good. And again, Walsh gets another offensive rebound. Sixers getting out-rebounded in this game. Tatum misses a 3. Shireman gets another offensive board. Pritchard for 3. That's no good. The ball goes out of bounds. And does Boston get the ball again? That's 5 offensive rebounds for the Boston Celtics on just that one possession against the 76ers. That's unbelievable. Tatum is going to try to inbound it here, and he gives it up over to Vucevic, and a little bit of contact from Dominic Barlow, and a foul called. How the heck could they just get 5 offensive rebounds, and the Sixers just can't close out on anybody? Look at the hustle from Jordan Walsh. I mean, he's just getting every word that he has to. And then you see guys like Shireman getting rebounds as well. Sixers just in some really bad positions. And Vucevic at the line, foul shot number 1. It won't go. That's the story of this first quarter. The Sixers are getting out-rebounded by the Boston Celtics. And so far, the rebounding battle has not been close. 15-5. Foul shot number 2. And Vucevic comes up empty in the gas tank. It's a 25-16 game still. He missed both foul shots. And now it's Tyrese Maxey looking to give it over to Embiid on the low block. Embiid trying to buzz his way downhill. Got the ball knocked loose. Bad turnover by Joel Embiid. Picked up by Pritchard. Sixers continue to play sloppy basketball. Tatum spinning. He kicks it out over to Shireman for 3. And that's up and that's in. It's a 12-point lead for the Boston Celtics. The only reason why they're up in this game is because of their rebounding, and the 76ers falling asleep at the wheel because of that. Embiid gets called for a turnover. He just sort of elbowed Jordan Walsh to the face, and another costly turnover by Philadelphia, and Boston looking to attack again on that terrible turnover by Joel Embiid. 39 seconds left to go in this first quarter of play. Pritchard takes a step back, gives it over to Vucevic, and now one more to Walsh for a 3, and that's a practice shot for him. Jordan Walsh with a swisher from the near corner. It's a 15-point lead for Boston, and they are just starting to run away. 23 seconds left to go, an 8-0 run by the Celtics, and really an 18-3 run by Boston, if you want to be more specific. Maxey at the logo again. Gives it over to Embiid at the foul line. Embiid for 2. It's up, and he gets the friendly bounce. 31-18 with 6.5 seconds to go. Pritchard gets it over at the logo. Pritchard being guarded by Embiid. Goes up with a 3 off balance. Got it at the buzzer. 34-18 Boston. Peyton Pritchard is just turning into a superstar in this game. 13 points. 5 for 7 from the field. And he's been knocking down threes left and right. And the Sixers don't do a good job in this first quarter. Only put up 18 points. They've had a lot of turnovers, and they got out-rebounded by Boston, and hopefully they just wipe that quarter away and try to get off to a good start in quarter number 2. I'm going to take a quick step off. Don't go anywhere. I will be right back. See you very soon. JJ, option 3, another 76ers no-show. What's up, Rising Rhino? Oh, man, brutal start for the 76ers. Not the way that you wanted that first quarter to go. The effort just was not there on the glass, and then you had some bad turnovers. The one handoff that was supposed to go from Maxey over to Joel Embiid, it was actually behind the back bounce pass, but regardless, a bad play there by Tyrese Maxey. And then you had on the another bad turnover by Joel Embiid, elbowing Jordan Walsh to the face and causing an offensive foul there. And Boston on one possession, able to get 6 offensive rebounds. And even though Vucevic didn't make the 2 free throws, still, that was just an awful first quarter for the 76ers. And they've got to find a way to do a better job rebounding that ball. Because Boston can shoot all the threes that they want, but if they're getting rebounds, then that's what makes them deadly. So, no way they just got 3 right there, man. Dude, that shot by Peyton Pritchard was impressive. He was off balance. He's feeling himself now. But, again, that's what happens when you give this team extra life. That's exactly what happens. And that stuff can happen. $2 from Jack. I love Maxey, but has nothing on Pritchard. Absolutely nothing. Yep, he doesn't. He doesn't have anything on him. And the crazy part is, Jack, is that when I'm watching him guard Peyton Pritchard on that little pick and roll, Maxey slipped up on Pritchard, and then Pritchard, of course, is now attacking the rim. And Andre Drummond, who hasn't played well in the series, now has to pick his poison. Does he foul Nikola Vucevic, or does he foul, or does he step up on Pritchard? And guess what? Maxey slipped up there. That's his man. That's on him. Thanks so much for the $2 super chat, Jack. I appreciate it. George gives it over to Embiid. Joel Embiid over at the 76ers logo on the left side, and we have a foul called. And it looks like Shireman got called for the foul there. It's a defensive 3-second violation, and Paul George will go to the line to shoot a free throw. And the first one for the Sixers is good. That's the only one that he'll shoot there. The Sixers will get the ball back. Oh, man. What's up, Steven? How you doing, man? 31 likes. We got 43 people here in the chat. George will inbound it over to VJ Edgecombe. And he's at the Xfinity Mobile Arena sign. Sixers going from right to left, that is. Embiid, catch and shoot 3. No good. And then Joel Embiid not able to track that thing down. Jaylen Brown got the rebound. It's Pritchard again, being guarded by Barlow. Steps back, puts up a 2. Nice block there by Dominic Barlow. Embiid got the rebound. George, outlet pass over to Barlow. That was almost a bad pass there. Embiid at the foul line, puts up a foul line. Jay can't get it to go either. I mean, what is going on? He's not attacking. He's not going downhill over on the block. And Jaylen Brown looking to attack again on the other side. No. Shireman tips it up, and George grabs his miss. Sixers have got to be aggressive. They swing it around the timeline. Edgecombe for 3, and that's no good either. VJ Edgecombe's three-point shot has been off the mark, too. 10:50 left in this second quarter. Just 2 points for Edgecombe. Both of his misses were threes. Let's shoot it again, says Rising Rhino. Pritchard swings it around the timeline. The ball goes to Jaylen Brown. Brown back to Shireman. Steps back, takes a three-pointer, and that's short again. Embiid does box out Nikola Vucevic, and he'll take the ball up himself. Joel Embiid takes it over to the elbow, puts up a 2, and that's no good either. What is going on with the 76ers? They've just not been able to make a lot of field goals in this game so far. Joel is 3 for 8, and we have a foul called on Joel Embiid. He fouled Jaylen Brown. 10:10 to go in this second quarter of play. Embiid just taking shots off the dribble. They're just not making plays for each other, and they're settling for these ill-advised jump shots. Now, Edgecombe, his shot he should have made. He's just not been able to make his three-pointers. That wasn't a bad shot, though. Brown at the line, first foul shot. That one won't go. I guess that this is going to be more of a low-scoring game. Boston has definitely left points on the board, but the Sixers have not been able to attack. Oh, man. Let's go. Brown at the line for one more. He misses both free throws, so Vucevic missed both of his foul shots, and so did Jaylen Brown. What a game so far. Quentin Grimes is back in for the 76ers. And it's Paul George again looking to attack. Floaters up, no good, and the ball's tipped by Vucevic into the hands of Jaylen Brown again. I just got home. Does it look as bad as it seems? Absolutely. Shireman wide open three. Not that time. Another offensive rebound by Hauser. And so Hauser swings it around the timeline again. Another three-pointer. That's Jaylen Brown. It's just too easy. The Boston Celtics out offensive rebounding the 76ers 7-0. George looking to take it towards the left side. Gives it over to Joel Embiid and another pass to Quentin Grimes. Edgecombe on the perimeter, looking to spin around, turn around, go up with a two. Good defense by Boston. Sixers have not been able to hit a field goal to start off this second quarter. And now Edgecombe is 1 for 4 from the field. 37-19. Jaylen Brown going downhill. Almost lost his dribble. Gives it over to Pritchard. Pritchard being guarded by Grimes. He steps back, puts up a three-point shot, and that one is good. It's 40-19. Sixers will take a timeout. Peyton Pritchard has that tiger eye, and he is just on fire, feeling himself. And the Sixers not able to make any sort of stops. They'll have to burn their third timeout of the half. Unbelievable. It's a 6-1 start to the second quarter by Boston, and they add on to their lead. They lead it by 21 points. Brutal. Oh, man. Hit the like button, man. If I don't laugh, I'll cry, says Grace. This team is a mess. I mean, let's just call it what it is, chat. This team is not hustling. They just look like that they are tired out there. Brian says feeling like the Phillies. Honestly, in a way, I agree. Sixers just 1 point so far in the second quarter. Just 1 point. That's it. It's just lack of effort. And not just that. I mean, also at the same time, why is Joel Embiid settling for some threes? And why is he taking the ball up and just settling for these jumpers off the dribble? That I don't understand. I thought that getting back into this game, and I didn't want to say this, but I figured that the pace of the game changes when Joel Embiid is back out there. But I also thought that with Joel Embiid out there, he's bringing more of a double team now that he's going to, I assumed he was going to be downhill a little bit more over on the block, and he was going to open up some space for VJ and for Tyrese Maxey, but that has not been the case so far. They just are so uncomfortable. They're unsettled, and they're not getting into good positions to rebound. And that, to me, is also a coaching problem, and that's what raises my antennas with Nick Nurse, because Joe Mazzulla has done a very good job putting his guys in a position to just get rebounds and be able to box in and box out guys, especially when it comes to their offensive rebounding abilities. Jack says Sixers seem intimidated. Yeah, absolutely they do. They do seem intimidated, and they're not, attacking. Not even just not attacking, but they're not mentally tough in this game. I was a little bit worried that after they lost Game 3, I was thinking to myself, this could go both ways, or this could go one of two ways. The 76ers use it as fuel to help them get back on track in the series, with or without Joel Embiid, or they fold. And so far, I'm not here to tell you that the game is over, because obviously we still have 8:50 left to go in this first half of play. but it's not the start that you wanted. And if they lose, that's going to be the reason why. That's why. 11 more subs till we get to 9,800. Keep it going, man. Keep it going. We are 11 subscribers away. I just want to see some fights, says Philly. I just want to see, fight, and I want to see passion out there. Edgecombe gives it over to Grimes. Grimes back to Edgecombe. Edgecombe passes it over to Andre Drummond. Drummond back to Grimes for a three, and he made it. Not the shot that I would have taken. Andre Drummond is stumbling. Oh, no. He's hobbling, and he's still hobbling, and we have a foul that's called. Drummond is hurt. Drummond is down. That is not what you want if you're the 76ers. Even though he hasn't had a good game today, he's grabbing onto that. It looks like it's the hip area. He just fell. He was tumbling right there. Tyrese Maxey's going to go on over to see if he's okay, and he is certainly at least going to go on over to the bench. So over at the scorer's table, he has his head down. The foul was on Tyrese Maxey. It was a personal take foul. Let's see again what happened. He got pushed right to the ground by Queta, and then something, maybe he got a cramp or something. I don't know. Peyton Pritchard gets the inbound pass, has to bounce it over to Queta. Queta back to Pritchard again. Pritchard goes downhill, puts up a layup inside. Too easy for Peyton Pritchard. 16 points. Drummond going back on into the tunnel, and hopefully he's okay. It's Adem Bona who is now in there for the 76ers. Edgecombe to Grimes. Quentin Grimes takes it over to the foul line extended. Now has to look for some help. Hands it off to Tyrese Maxey. 5 seconds left on the shot clock. Maxey will bounce pass it over to Bona. And Bona, I believe, did he lose it? And did it go out of bounds? It did. Another turnover by Philadelphia. 7 minutes and 40 seconds to go in this second quarter of play. Here's Peyton Pritchard. Pritchard steps back, throws it over to Derek White, who lost the ball. Grimes gets the steal. Grimes 2-on-1, and he solos it himself and throws it down with the right hand. Grimes has actually been playing pretty well off the bench so far in this game. It's a 42-24 game with 7:18 left to go. Pritchard for three. Not that time. The ball is tipped, and it goes out of bounds. It'll be Sixers ball. It was Nehemiah Queta who tried to tip it, and it went on out of bounds. 42-24. Boston up by 18 points. Hopefully, again, Andre Drummond is okay. Adem Bona just stepped on in for the 76ers. 7:03 to go here in quarter number 2. It's Grimes who gets it, puts up a three-point shot, no good, and we have Adem Bona who tips it over to Derek White, and White gets the rebound. It's Brown at the top of the perimeter again, pick-and-roll offense. Brown looking to pass it over to Peyton Pritchard, and Pritchard loses his man. That's Quentin Grimes. One more for another Brown three, and that's no good, and Grimes gets the rebound. And Edgecombe nearly got the ball intercepted by Jaylen Brown. It's Edgecombe again who takes it towards the left side. Sixers are 3 for 11 from 3. Boston 7 for 19. George, step back, baseline J. In and out it goes again. And Queta comes up with another rebound. 42-24 Boston. Sixers are 2 for 10 from the field. It's Jaylen Brown swinging it towards the outside to Hauser. His three-point shot won't go. And White gets another offensive rebound. Hauser for another three. It's good. Oh, my goodness. 8 offensive rebounds for the Boston Celtics. And it's just unbelievable. The Sixers have a donut of offensive rebounds. Grimes down the lane, hands it off to Bona. Easy deuce for him. It's back to a 19-point deficit. It just wants to make you rip your hair out when you see all of these offensive boards that Boston's getting. And the Sixers are just not in the position to get them at all, which makes no sense. Boston outscoring the Sixers bench 29-7. That's also quite a disturbing stat, too. We have a shot that's up, and it's no good by Boston. Sixers get the rebound. It's Paul George. They'll swing it over to Maxey. Maxey to Grimes. Grimes behind the back pass that goes over to Bona, and Bona somehow makes a tough two, and we have a timeout taken with 5:06 to go. Sixers down 45-28 in this game. 5:06 left in the second quarter of play. Obviously, we haven't heard anything yet about Andre Drummond, but it's crazy. Andre is in the locker room right now. He was in serious pain. Sixers had to foul intentionally to get him out of the game. Adem Bona checked on in as he winced. Could see Drummond wince as he came to a stop with the ball on that touch after VJ Edgecombe's drop-off pass. Oh, man. Brutal. Brutal start, man. I will tell you that Quentin Grimes is having his best minutes of the series, without a doubt. He's actually the reason why the Sixers are in this game in the second quarter. As weird as that sounds. Crazy. Phillies and Sixers just not playing good today. No. And look, again, my expectations for the Sixers in this series still remain the same. I think that Boston's the better team, but if they can just keep it competitive, I'd be very happy. I did say, though, that with Joel Embiid back, that they are 1,000% a better team, and they can win this series. The problem is, though, is that Boston still has more talent. Philly sports, man, you better be strong. It's terrible. Oh, man. Actually struggling. Actually can't get a lot of shots off. He's 1 for 2 in this game. That's it. Nothing else to it, man. Hit the thumbs up button. We had 104 last game. Can we please get to 100 again? I mean, the Sixers have to play better. They have got to play better. I don't think that the word unbelievable means what you think it means. Wait, is that what you said? What did you say? What did you say, Rising Rhino? Did he just delete his comment? Unbelievable? I don't think that word means what you think it means. What's that from? Was that a reference to something? I don't know what that was. Spurs were down by 17. They won by 20. Brian, let's go, baby. It ain't done yet. It's just not off to the start that we wanted to. We got to get the vibes changing. But hopefully the Sixers bring us better vibes. Oh, man. Got to play better. Nehemiah Skata is going to sub on out, and Nikola Vucevic comes in. Tatum also comes in for Sam Hauser. 45-28. Sixers have used 3 timeouts. Boston has only used 1. That was their first one that they decided to use. All right. Brown and Tatum have put up just 8 points in this game. The rest of the team for Boston has put up 37. The role players have done an extraordinary job in this series so far. Tatum at the logo for the 76ers, the logo of the Sixers, and we have an offensive foul called on Nikola Vucevic. That's a big call. Similar to a quote from The Princess Bride. Okay, I got you. Guys, make sure that you go subscribe to Rising Rhino. He is the best. He gives a lot of good football content on this channel on YouTube. Oubre gets the pass. He goes down the lane, puts up a 2. He's fouled. That's the aggressiveness that we want to see from guys like Kelly Oubre Jr. Slow the game down, change the pace. And Tyrese Maxey had a nice pass there. 45-28. Boston leads it by 17. Oubre at the line for 2 free throws with 4:43 to go. First one, jackpot, it's good. The story of this game has been the offensive rebounding for the Boston Celtics. They have 8. The Philadelphia 76ers have none. Foul shot number 2. And that one is good.
Excellent.
4:40 left to go in the second quarter of play. Tatum gets the rock. And a little bit of some pick and roll offense gives it back over to Vucevic. Vucevic over to White, who backs up, takes a 3-point shot, and knocks it down 48-30. It's back to an 18-point lead with 4:23 left to go in this second quarter of play. Sixers just have 30 points, and they are actually 1 for 4 shooting-wise from downtown. Oubre looking to attack, goes up with a 2 inside. It's volleyball tipped, and it goes back into Peyton Pritchard's hands. It's Tatum looking to attack on the other side, and Tatum is going to get fouled. Actually, no. Grimes blocked Tatum's shot, and the Celtics are going to retain their possession. Why are the 76ers playing this bad tonight? I don't know. I can't answer that for you. It's a rhetorical question. I can't answer that. 4 minutes left to go in this second quarter. Brown over at the foul line, extended, and now goes up with a 2-pointer, and Grimes comes away with a rebound. 3:50 to go in this second quarter of play. Maxey hands it off over to Embiid. Embiid back to Maxey, and Maxey goes up with a 2, and finally a foul is going to be called. Maxey was aggressive there, and he got the foul called from Vucevic. All right, I'm going to take off the hat real quick. Maybe that'll help. Maybe that'll help. So Maxey's at the charity stripe, and the first one, he gets the roll to go. By the way, John Clark just said that the Phillies are now 0-10 in games started by lefties who are not openers. That's the longest such streak in the majors since the 2007 Royals, who finished 69-93. Foul shot number 2 by Maxey. He got it to go.
Excellent.
Tatum chucks up a 3. Not that time. Edgecombe gets the rebound for the Sixers. 3 minutes and 25 seconds remaining in the second quarter of play. Edgecombe throws it away. Terrible pass by him. And now it's Jaylen Brown who goes up with a 2 inside. Great defense by Maxey. Edgecombe gets the rebound. Maxey to Grimes. Grimes to Embiid. Embiid goes up with a 2. The ball goes out of bounds. And it'll be Celtics ball. That was great defense by Tyrese Maxey on that 2-on-1. A terrible pass by VJ Edgecombe. And then the Sixers on the other side just couldn't necessarily do anything to get a 2 out of it. I mean, come on. A sloppy half so far for the 76ers. And it's just something that you just want to erase from your memory. 3:10 to go in this second quarter of play. The Sixers are going to challenge this as Luka Garza steps in for Nikola Vucevic. They believe that it is their possession, but we'll see. JJ, you are hilarious. What did I say? What did I say? Oh, man. I'm embarrassed. Is Edgecombe playing? Well, his name is out there. I see number 77. But do I see him in this game? Nah, I don't. 2 missed wide open corner threes and not getting the ball a lot at all whatsoever. JJ, take off that shirt too. Well, that I can't do. Changing the shirt I could do. But I'm not at that point yet. Other scores around today's NBA games. You got the Raptors winning 93-89. Let's see what the call is. 114-93 was the score of the Spurs game too. The call stands, and the Sixers actually lose a timeout there. Unreal. So they only have 3 timeouts left. They only have 3 timeouts left. What a waste. They just have 3 timeouts left. So Boston's going to inbound it. It'll be Jason Tatum who has the ball, and he hands it off to Derek White. White gets it over to Garza. A dribble handoff that goes over to Pritchard now. Pritchard being guarded by Embiid. And Pritchard looking to swing it again over towards the outside. Gives it back to Garza. His three-point shot is up and good. Excuse me. It's now a 19-point lead for the Boston Celtics. 51-32. Maxey over to Embiid again. Joel looks to hand it off back to Tyrese Maxey. And Maxey takes it to the left side and gets pushed by Garza, and he's fouled. I just don't get it. Sixers are short on gray matter. Oh, man. Just 9 points from their bench. The Sixers have put up 32 points. That's how many points the Celtics bench has in this game. Crazy. Embiid inbounds it over to Tyrese Maxey. Maxey gets it back from Embiid. Maxey to Embiid again. A little two-man game between the both of them. And Maxey rolls to the basket and hits the layup. That'll make it a 51-34 game with 2:15 to go in this second quarter of play. Tatum thought about taking the three, gives it over to Garza, and Tatum lost the ball, but it was deflected by Kelly Oubre Jr., and it'll still be Boston basketball with 2:09 left to go in this second quarter of play. Okay. Tatum looks to inbound the ball and give it over to Jaylen Brown. There's 10 seconds left on the shot clock. White over to the outside to Tatum for three. Good defense by the Sixers. And we have a whistle called on Boston. And that's going to be a turnover on Garza. Sixers have it. 51-34 is the score with 1:59 to go in this second quarter of play. Sixers need a spark. Maxey gets it over at the Sixers logo, dumps it off to Embiid, and Joel hands it off to Paul George, looking to back down Jaylen Brown, and he does it, and it works. 51-36 with 1:40 left to go in this second quarter of play. Tatum looking to take it over towards the left side of the elbow, and now gives it back over to Pritchard. Tatum taking on Oubre. Double team comes. The ball stripped by Oubre, but we have another whistle called. And the whistle, I believe, is going to be on the Sixers. Let's see again. Tatum was underneath the basket. And Oubre looked like that he knocked it out. Was there contact, though? It said that there was a foul on Philadelphia. Pritchard for three. Moving. Putting up a shot. Maxey got the rebound. Finally, Maxey looking to bounce it over to Embiid. Embiid taking on Garza. The shot's up, and he is fouled by Garza with 1:15 to go. There we go. So the Sixers trying to get their mojo back and at least try to cut it to maybe a 10-point game going on into halftime. Garza thought that he was going up and down there, but Embiid baited him, and Garza gets called for his third foul. Continue to just feed it to the big man downhill. Also, I really liked that little posterizer that Paul George had on Jaylen Brown. Foul shot number 1 for Embiid. He puts it up and knocks it down. 10 more subs. Let's go. Vucevic comes back on in for Garza, who again is in foul trouble. Tatum and Brown are 2 for 14, and the Celtics are up by 14 points. Can you believe that? Embiid at the line for one more. In and out it goes. Brown gets the rebound. 1:13 left to go. And Jaylen Brown has it for the Boston Celtics. 11 points for Embiid in 17 minutes of play. He's 3 for 9 shooting-wise from the field. Vucevic trying to hand it off over to Derek White. They'll swing it around. 55 seconds to go in this first half of play. Brown, desperation three-pointer. Great defense, better offense. 54-37 with 53 and a half seconds left to go. Jaylen now with 6 points. I mean, Paul George played extraordinary defense there. George for 3 on the other side. We do have a whistle called, and that's going to be against Boston. Brown just made a 27-foot jumper. Are they going to show a replay of that? Here it is. George contested him and did everything that he possibly could to defend that shot. 54-37 with 46 seconds to go in this second quarter. Embiid at the nail again to shoot 2 free throws. He says benches matter. I guess so. Joel Embiid at the line. Foul shot number 1. He got it. The fact that Tyrese Maxey has 7 points, VJ Edgecombe has 2, and Paul George just has 6 so far is unbelievable. It's a 16-point lead for Boston, 54-38. 46 seconds left to go in this second quarter. Embiid is sweating out there. Derek White's getting stitched up. Maybe the Celtics will get tired of scoring and we might catch up. It's true. Celtics just can't miss his grace. Nick Nurse needs a doctor. Pritchard's on fire, says Yin Yang. Whoever just subscribed to the channel, comment who you are down below. Thank you so much for becoming a subscriber to Play by Play with JJ. We do like an old school radio play-by-play style of a call. But we love it when you guys get active. Embiid at the line for one more. Here's the second free throw. In and out it goes again. Just can't make those second foul shots. Okay, 54-38 with 38 seconds left in the second quarter of play. Brown for 3, not that time. Oubre gets the rebound. He'll hand it off to Paul George. 54-38 with 25 seconds to go in this first half of play. It's George over at the Sixers logo, looking to hand it off to Embiid. Embiid with a foul line jumper, and that's too strong. Brown gets the rebound. 13 seconds left in this second quarter of play. Brown takes it down the lanes, turns around, really good jumper as he spinned and turned and hit it somehow, some way. 56-38, Edgecombe gets it, goes up for a 3, airballed it on great defense by White, and we're going to go on into halftime. The Sixers trail by 18 points. Not a good start for the Sixers so far, and well, they hope to go back to the drawing board and come out of halftime with a little bit of fire under their you-know-what. We'll be right back, and don't go anywhere. Give us 5 minutes, and then we'll have our halftime show. Be right back. What's going on, everybody? Hopefully you're all doing okay. The Philadelphia 76ers are not doing okay so far. Right now they trail 56-38 at halftime. Look, okay. If you were to tell me coming on into this series that the Philadelphia 76ers would force a Game 5, I would have called you crazy. But if we just look at this game in particular, because circumstances matter, Joel Embiid came back tonight, okay, and started off scoring the first 76ers 8 points. He was on a tear. It looked like that he was about ready to go off for 50 because he was a one-man wrecking crew. He was getting downhill over on the block, and then he comes on out of the game. Andre Drummond comes on in, and Boston goes on this 12-0 run, and the 76ers just have not been able to respond ever since that run by Boston. They're not getting any rebounds. Why is that? Well, the problem is that Boston has done a good job maximizing their lineups, and they've also been put into some really good positions where guys are just going after the ball. Rebounding is all about effort. And when your guys aren't jumping for the ball or just trying to, fight for their lives, just trying to get these extra possessions, that's what it's all about. So the Sixers aren't getting into their rebounding positions at all, and it just is really sad because that's why they're down in this game, and that's why Boston started to get on fire shooting with their threes. So now the Sixers are scrambling a little bit more, and that's not what you want because Boston, they take a lot of threes. This Boston team lives and dies by the three, which isn't necessarily a good thing when you're playing against teams, especially as it gets later on in the playoffs. But if your team is getting boxed in and boxed out all the time or is just in terrible positioning, it doesn't matter how many threes they attempt. They can attempt so many threes, yet one of them is going to go in. And then you're going to start to see a shooter get hot because then it becomes an open practice. And that's what's disturbing about this game is that Boston has found ways to just get open shots after timely offensive rebounds. They had one offensive possession where Derek White got the rebound. It was a missed three-pointer by Shireman. White got the rebound. Then Tatum attempted a three. He couldn't knock it down. And then it was Sam Hauser who got an offensive rebound. Long story short, they had 5 offensive rebounds on one possession, and that led to a Nikola Vucevic foul drawn by him. And Vucevic went to the line. Even though he missed both of those free throws, that sequence right there has been the game. That's the difference of the game. And the Sixers just don't have that fire lit underneath them for whatever reason it is. So now Nick Nurse has to make a decision here because you're down by 18 points. And also we'll get into the bad decision that he made to challenge that out of bounds call. Should have just let that one go because now you have 3 timeouts left. That's it. You just have 3 timeouts left. Boston's still at 6. So they're in a perfect position. But just to go back to my point and to stay on topic here, that whole sequence was the difference of the game. It's all about effort. It's all about who wants it more. And tonight, the 76ers have not wanted it more than this Boston Celtics team. Boston came out very hungry. If you were to tell me that Jason Tatum and Jaylen Brown would go combined 4 for 17 in this first half, if you're Philadelphia, you take that as a W. But then if you were to tell me that Tyrese Maxey and VJ Edgecombe, your 2 guards, would combine to go 3 for 8 from the field, the number that's shocking right there is 8 field goal attempts. That's not good either. And I get it. Joel Embiid has to be implemented back into the offense, and that changes things. While I understand that, at the same time, Joel Embiid is supposed to make it easier for you to get open shots. And it's not happening. There were a couple of bad turnovers that the Sixers had. One of them was on a handoff from Tyrese Maxey to Joel Embiid that caused Boston, again, to just continue the run that they had. And then Joel Embiid, it wasn't a travel. I forget what the other one was, but some careless basketball. Some really careless basketball in this game. Where's VJ Edgecombe? Where is Paul George? Where's Tyrese Maxey? They've been so quiet in this game. Do I give Boston credit? I do. But at the same time, the Sixers are better than this. All I asked in this series was to give me a competitive series in each game. I got that in game 2. I got that in game 3. I have not gotten that here in game 4, and that's why I'm annoyed. I'm bothered. And again, Joel Embiid is back, and it's supposed to be easier for you with Joel Embiid out there on the court. And it's not been easier at all, for whatever reason it is. Sixers are getting out-rebounded 30-16. 9 offensive boards for Boston. Not a single one for Philadelphia. Not a single one at all. Boston shooting 43% from the field. I could care less about that. They're not even shooting that well from 3. The number I care about is the rebounding. That's what I care about. And the turnovers have not been so good for the Sixers either. 6 turnovers. It just feels like that they've been very sloppy with the basketball. They only had 1 point to start off the second quarter. Boston went on a 9-1 run within the first 3 minutes of that quarter. That's not good either. You wanted to start off the second quarter stronger than what you did in the first quarter, and that was not the case. And now, if you're the Sixers, who have not necessarily been a good third quarter team by any means at all this year, if you want to make a statement, you have to get off to a good start. And getting off to a good start means getting Joel Embiid the ball down low over on the block and getting Tyrese Maxey shots. The fact that Maxey did not even have one field goal attempt within the first 8 minutes, how does that happen? How? Let's talk a little bit about Nick Nurse. Nick Nurse has not had a good game so far. And why do I say that? Because Nick Nurse, first of all, has not managed the timeouts correctly. Second of all, when they came on out of a timeout, Tyrese Maxey was scrambling. Nobody else was moving. There was no other motion. Maxey takes it all the way over to the foul line. He's guarded by Tatum. Or not Tatum. Who was it? It was Pritchard. Pritchard was on him. And then he just looked like he was a lost puppy out there and just could not isolate at all. And he took a bad shot. And everybody else was standing around. And the 76ers were getting boxed in by 2 Boston Celtics. Your coach is supposed to put you in a position to succeed. And he has not done that either. So now Boston's feeling confident because their role players are getting involved. Their role players are stepping up. And the 76ers are not doing anything about it. You can hold the stars. But even as you hold the stars, one thing that I noticed about this game in particular is that you still got to play 5-on-5 basketball. Crazy. It's unbelievable. So, chat, that leads me to my question. And my question today that I want to ask you is, what word would you use to describe that first half that describes the play of the 76ers? What is the one word that you would use to describe that first half? My mind just went blank. And so my word's going to be blank. The Sixers went blank. They went blank. Boston has been the mentally tougher team in this game. The Sixers have gone blank. 76ers are playing horrible, but they're just outmatched. Boston has so much depth, says Yin Yang. And look, while I agree that they've been playing horrible and Boston has more talent, Boston, to me, is beatable. Boston, to me, the only reason why that they're up is because of effort. I don't necessarily know if that equates to talent. I guess that part of it does. It does. Now I backtrack when I say yes, it does. But at the same time, I was seeing the 76ers give out more effort in Game 2 and in Game 3. Why aren't they doing that tonight? Do I credit Boston for their defense? Or is it really a combination of Boston's defense has been better, but also the 76ers just look tired and they look flat out there? I'm struggling a little bit in between that little tug of war, if that makes sense. But Yin Yang, thanks so much for being on here, my guy. I appreciate you. All that money down the drain, says Lawrence. Roster construction, that's part of the problem too. I think in tonight's game you're seeing the lack of depth, the lack of athleticism from tall athletic players, including guards. The only athletic guard the Sixers have is VJ Edgecombe. And Edgecombe is an athletic guard, but he's not playing like it tonight. He's not. Rhino says option 3. That's his one word that he would use. Another no-show. Yin Yang says Pritchard is like our 5th best player, and he's put up 20 in the first half, and Jalen has been quiet. Boston is a really deep team. They are. And I know Peyton Pritchard is a great player. He really is. Pritchard got off to not such a good start in this series. I figured that he was going to get hot. I will tell you this. The Boston Celtics have outcoached Nick Nurse. And what do I mean by that? Well, Boston has played more of a zone defense, and that has made it tougher for Tyrese Maxey to be able to get the ball a little bit more because they're blitzing him, if that makes sense. And they also not only are blitzing Tyrese Maxey, but they're being more physical with VJ Edgecombe, and they're saying, Joel Embiid, you know what? Like, we can't stop you. We're just going to hope that you turn the ball over and that you make bad reads. And I will tell you that philosophy has been working. But we'll see how they do in the second half. Here's Maxey for a 3 for the 76ers. That's up, and that's good. Sorry about that. We got back a little bit late. Yin Yang, thanks so much for being on here, man. It's good to hear you, too, especially from a Boston fan's perspective. You know, we love doing sports on here. We cover the Sixers, the Eagles, and also the Phillies as well. We do a lot of baseball content. Here's Tatum with a step back 2. That's up. That's good. And we have an and one opportunity coming on up for Boston. Okay. Spurs scored 41 points in the first half, and then they went on to win 114-93. Let's go, baby. Tatum at the line for one more. It's up, and it's good. It's a 59-41 game with 11 minutes and 30 seconds left to go in this third quarter. Here's the 3 by the Sixers. That's no good. Derek White gets the rebound. And White has it over at the top of the perimeter again. White over to Tatum. Tatum for 2. And we have a whistle called. And it's actually going to go on out of bounds and be Boston basketball. Celtics, once again, 56-26 is their record on the season. Sixers only have 3 timeouts. Boston has 6. Derek White back in there for the Celtics. Kata gets the inbound pass, and they'll hand it off over to Jaylen Brown, who's being guarded by Tyrese Maxey. Brown goes up with a 2, a foul called, and Maxey gets called for his, how many fouls is that on him? That's his second personal foul. That's his second foul of the game. Let the emojis become a member so you can use them too. Emojis and memberships, they are $2.99 a month. I will post the link right now. Mods, if you type in !memberships, if you also type in !socials, those are little tricks to have you put up my link tree and my memberships. Brown at the line. First one, got it, or missed it. Second one, he got it. It's 60-41. There we go. Did they just call a blackout in this area? Are you kidding me? All right, hold up a sec. Let's get this on YouTube TV. Sorry about that, chat. 60-43 is the score. Hauser missed a three. Kada just fouled somebody. We're going to get YouTube TV up and running on here. Sorry about that. Join live. There we go. So we might be a little bit more delayed. Embiid got the rebound for the Sixers, and he just got fouled with 10 minutes and 41 seconds left to go. So now I'm going to have to turn off Twitter on here. All right, let's close this out. 60-43 is the score. Sixers could not be able to get a bucket over on the other side. Tatum back to Brown. His three-point shot's up, and it's good. It's a 20-point lead for the Boston Celtics with 10:15 left to go in this third quarter of play. Jaylen Brown, 3 for 6 from the field, 12 points as well. Edgecombe with a baseline J. That's no good. And Jaylen Brown comes up with another rebound for the Celtics. They're just making sure that they don't get over to the basket. And the Sixers foul again. Jaylen Brown is hacked by VJ Edgecombe. What the heck? Oh, man. 63-43 with 9:50 left to go in the third quarter of play. Edgecombe gets a steal, or Paul George, that is, gets a steal. And he backs up over towards the outside, gives it over to Edgecombe, a handoff to Embiid. Embiid back to VJ. Boston plays good defense. Edgecombe gets it back from Joel, and Embiid with a catch-and-shoot three. In and out it goes again. He is just way off from three-point range today. Makes it 63-43. Tatum gets the ball stripped. Edgecombe gets the steal. One more to Maxey, and the shot's blocked by Derek White. Their defense has been so good in this second half, Boston. And the 76ers just cannot get that separation at all. Maxey is guarding Jaylen Brown now. 8 seconds left on the shot clock. Brown going up against Maxey. And we have another foul called, and it's on the Sixers. I mean, gosh, Derek White's defense on Tyrese Maxey there was incredible. Maxey went up with the layup on the right side with the right hand, and Derek White made a really nice block there. Got to give him credit where credit is due. Sixers just not able to capitalize, though. They got a great steal. Now we have a jump ball with 4.3 seconds left to go. And Oubre goes up with it against Jaylen Brown. Embiid gets it. Now it's back over to Tyrese Maxey. Sixers have got to get their mojo back. It's Maxey again going down the lane. Goes up with a two. It's blocked again by Kada and taken away by Jason Tatum once again. Here's Derek White swinging it over to the outside. Brown for three. It's blocked by Oubre. And we have another foul called. It'll be on Kelly Oubre Jr. All right, so once this is done, I got to unplug the cable box, and I got to do that. What a block, though, by Tyrese Maxey. That was nice. Oubre just pushed Hauser, though, to the ground. That's his third foul. 8:31 left to go in the third quarter. Brown gets it, puts up a 2 over George, and it's just too easy, and he will go to the line for one more. It's 65-43. The Sixers have only put up 5 points in this third quarter so far. And Boston is frustrating Philadelphia. Brown at the line for one more shot. And here it comes. That one is good. And it's 66-43 with 8.5 minutes to go in this third quarter. Sorry for a little bit behind, chat. Nothing I can do about it. Jaylen Brown didn't even have any points in the first half. And in the second quarter, he had 8. So far in the third, he has 7. Embiid with a foul line, Jay. That's way off the mark. And Tatum gets another rebound for Boston. Jaylen Brown again trying to pivot and giving it over to Derek White. White has the rock now. Takes it towards the left side of the elbow. Tatum wide open three-point shot. Bang. And 69-43. 7:56 to go here in the third quarter. We'll be right back in just a few moments. Don't go anywhere. We're going to take a very, very quick step off. We fixed the cable box. All right, we are now 9 subscribers away, by the way, chat, from getting to 9,800 subs. 76ers have been really frustrating tonight. Boston is on a 9-0 run, and really they have just outscored the 76ers in this game over these last 2 quarters, 35-25. So we'll see how they do, the 76ers, as they trail by 26 points so far in this third quarter. It's Tyrese Maxey who gets it for Philadelphia. Goes up with a tough 2 inside. That's no good. Tatum gets the rebound. And Tatum will swing it over to Derek White. White thought about taking the three and now does, and the shot's way off the mark, and the ball goes out of bounds. Keita thinks that it's going to be Boston ball. Keita's like, they should challenge this. 7:38 left to go, and the Celtics are going to challenge. They rule it as 76ers basketball. Joe Mazzulla is saying, you know what, we're going to take a look at this. We'll take a look at this, and we'll see. I don't know, that's pretty tough. That's a tough one. Oh, man. So another timeout taken. Well, at least we're not getting swept, says Grace. Just now tuning in, a little reminiscent of Game 1. I guess so. What's up, Jose? How you doing? What's up, Justin? How you doing? JG says this is hella 26-point deficit. Yeah, this is a mountain. This is definitely a mountain to climb over. Just let the bench play because they just don't want to play. I don't know what K9 and VJ and Maxey are doing, says Grace. It's terrible. It's a bad product out there tonight. And that, to me, is just on the players. That part, to me, is definitely on the players. The coaching staff can't play for these guys, and Tyrese and VJ are supposed to be better than this. So I will give them blame tonight for sure. This one right now is on Tyrese Maxey, VJ Edgecombe. I would also put Paul George and even Joel Embiid as a part of the equation too. I understand that Joel Embiid is taking up threes, but also you have to think to yourself, if VJ is not hitting his open shots, then guess what? Somebody has to shoot. Somebody has to shoot, man. The Sixers have fallen 40-22, honoring the Eagles' Super Bowl win, says Jose. Ah, man, have failed. Yeah. It's brutal. It is. It's brutal. We are 209 subscribers away, by the way, chat, from getting to 10,000 subscribers. 209 subscribers away from getting to 10,000. If you have not hit the thumbs up button, please make sure that you do so and subscribe to the channel. It is free. I want to thank everybody that's been tuning on in. You guys are the absolute best. I really appreciate you all from the bottom of my heart for being on here. It means the world to me. We got ourselves an early night tonight. Thank goodness. After this, I think we're just going to go out and call it a night. Ray the Commoner says there better be about 4 fights in that locker room. Yeah, Ray, well, clearly something's not going right. I don't even know what was said in that locker room going on into halftime. So if there's not even a fight, then guess what? It's crazy, man. It's crazy. It's absolutely wild to me, man. I just don't understand. I just don't understand it at all whatsoever. Sixers only have 2 timeouts left. We still got a full quarter left. We got a quarter and a half left, chat. We still got a full quarter and a half left of this. It's insane. All right, so the call is overturned. Wow. And Boston wins their challenge. Derek White is going to bounce it over to Jaylen Brown. His 2-point shot won't go. Oubre gets the rebound. That was almost turned over by Kelly. Edgecombe looks to drive it inside. Goes up with a tough 2, and he's fouled by Keita. And it'll be 2 free throws for VJ Edgecombe as he will head on over to the line. JJ, do you think that Rob's getting fired tomorrow? I think something's happening tomorrow. I think that Rob Thompson is probably going to be let go of tomorrow. I would be shocked if there's nothing done. I really would. I really would be shocked. And I probably should make a podcast about that tomorrow if there is nothing that comes out in the morning. I should probably make a post about that. Keita is going to come on out of the game as he continues to be in foul trouble. He already has 4 fouls in this one. 69-44, Edgecombe's second free throw. It's up and it's good.
Excellent.
69-45. Sixers need a run here. Derek White has it for the Boston Celtics. White over to Tatum. And Jason Tatum takes it to the foul line. Tatum for two. It's up, and it's good. They didn't call a foul there either. That makes it now 71-45. He's grabbing onto his wrist. Uh-oh. Embiid hands it off over to George. George with an elbow J. That's way too strong. Embiid offensive rebound. Puts up a 2 and 1. There we go. Joel Embiid was in the perfect position there to grab that board. 71-47. And the big fella stands up and will go to the line for one more. Joel does have 14 points. Paul George has 8. Edgecombe has 4. Maxey has 10. Not enough. Pritchard, by the way, has 18 points. Jaylen Brown has 15. And Tatum has 13. 71-47. Let's go. Sixers down by 24 points. Embiid at the line for one more. And the foul shot is good.
Excellent.
6:51 to go. Pritchard over to Tatum. Tatum crosses over a couple of times. Works around VJ. And now Vucevic gets it and hands it off over to Pritchard, who's being guarded by Grimes. Pritchard inside the foul line, goes down the lane, puts up a tough 2. That one won't go. Embiid gets the rebound. It was a little bit short. George looking to spin, turn, got the ball not loose, and the ball is stolen back by Derek White. Boston playing against the 76ers and capitalizing on the turnovers. White back to Tatum. Tatum's being guarded by Maxey. Maxey's probably going to need some help here. Edgecombe is going to, or George that is, going to work around the screen. Tatum for 3, airballed it, and the ball goes out of bounds. It'll be Sixers ball. 6 minutes left to go in this third quarter of play. Can they just capitalize and get it down to within 20? 5:53 to go in this third quarter. Maxey for 3 off the dribble. That's good. Got to start somewhere. Got to start somewhere. They were down by 24. And so now, they're actually down by 26. That was their largest deficit. 71-51. Brown back to Tatum. Tatum now going up against Tyrese Maxey. And the ball is deflected, but Maxey fouls Tatum. And it looks like that Tyrese Maxey will get called for his third personal foul. 5 minutes and 29 seconds to go in this third quarter of play. And Tatum is at the line. They did call it a shooting foul. Tatum at the line for one. First one, got it. I just want them to get to 80. More like a 21-0 run. We need a 13-0 run. That would be beautiful. Tatum at the line for one more. Here it is. Bingo. 73-51. With 5:25 to go, Tatum has put up 10 points in this third quarter so far. George for 2. Grabs his own miss. Goes up again inside. Puts it up. Puts it in. No foul was called. I'm shocked. 73-53. The Celtics are up by 20 against the 76ers. 5:05 left to go. Tatum again, back over to Jaylen Brown. Brown inside, puts it up, puts it on in, and he initialized the pump fake, and it's a 75-53 game. 4:50 left to go in the third quarter. Brown and Tatum showing up in the third quarter so far. Grimes with a behind-the-back bounce pass to Embiid for 3, and he got it. So the Sixers finally cut it within 20. I believe they're actually going to call that a 2 and say that Embiid's foot was on the line. 75-55. I'm sure that they'll probably review that in just a little bit. Brown again over at the nail, swings it outside. Tatum for 3. It's up, and he got it. And that'll make it 78-55. Took a couple of steps over towards his left side, swished it, and it's good. 4:13 left to go in the third quarter. Tatum now with 13 points. Embiid thought about taking the three, now takes it over to the nail and puts up a 2, and he got that one to go as well. 4 minutes to go in the third quarter of play. It's a 78-57 game. Sixers down by 21. Brown and Tatum have put up 22 points in this third quarter. The rest of the team, none. Pritchard, 3. Got it until now. 81-57. Boston has had the answers. And now it's Maxey again over at the logo with a handoff that goes to Quentin Grimes. Sixers going from left to right. Tatum almost got a steal. Maxey to George for 3, and that's good too. So now it's back and forth, but the Sixers are still down by 21. And by back and forth, I mean just in the quarter alone. Tatum again going towards the left side of the elbow. 81-60. Tatum swings it over to Pritchard, wide open. 3-point shot, got it to go. And that's another dagger from Peyton Pritchard. The binoculars provided by Jason Tatum. Peyton Pritchard with 24 points. He is 6 for 10 from downtown, and he's feeling himself now. Here's Embiid for 3 for the Sixers, and he gets that one to go too. Sixers still keeping it within a 21-point game. My gosh. 84-63. Tatum again. Now being guarded by Paul George. Tatum off the dribble. Goes downhill. And so Tatum is going to get called for an offensive foul for pushing Paul George. Capitalize on these turnovers. Pritchard and Tatum and Brown have shown up in the third quarter for the Boston Celtics. And Pritchard sticks his tongue out to the crowd. 2 minutes and 20 seconds left in the third quarter, and Tyrese Maxey has it for the 76ers. Andre Drummond is back out there for the Sixers. I thought that he was going to miss the rest of this game. Grimes off the dribble, puts up a 2, and it's within a 20-point game. They got to get stops. They've got to get stops on defense. 2 minutes to go in the third quarter. Brown over towards the inside. Vucevic for 2, puts it up, puts it on in. But I believe that they're going to call a foul on the floor. Grimes gets called for a personal foul, and because of that, Boston is in the bonus. And it'll be Jaylen Brown going to the line. This is horrible, says Grace. Foul shot number 1 for Jaylen. It's a swisher. Boston has put up 29 points in this third quarter. The Sixers have put up 27. $85-65 with 1:55 to go. I hope they trade Pritchard over the summer and he goes to the Wizards, says Grace. It's just awful. Brown for a second foul shot, and it's good. 18 points for Tatum, 18 points for Brown, 24 for Pritchard. Back to a 21-point lead. It's Maxey again, taking it over to the foul line. Goes up for a tough 2, and that's up, and that's good. Well, they're making their shots in the third quarter. That's good, but they still got to play defense. 86-67. Brown downhill, going up with a shot, and we have another whistle called. Jaylen Brown trying to be more aggressive. And Drummond is the one who fouls Jaylen Brown. It is another shooting foul. That's also his third foul of the game. Boston today has out-rebounded the Sixers 39-21. Sixers only have 2 offensive rebounds. That's it. Crazy. I wish he elbowed better. This is an official review here. I don't know why. They're looking to see if this is a flagrant foul. Are they really looking to see if this is a flagrant foul from the push from behind? It's an official review here. Huh? A flagrant foul? Plus 2 free throws, another flagrant for Drummond? Oh my gosh. That's ridiculous. It's just a push from behind, man. It's ridiculous. That's insane. That's like unbelievable to me. I don't get it. So Brown's at the line. He'll shoot 2 free throws, and Boston also gets the ball back. And the first one is good to make it 87-67. The second foul shot for Jalen. He puts it up, and it's a little bit short that time. Boston will still get the ball back. It's a 20-point lead for the Celtics. And it's been all Boston here in Philadelphia. 87-67 is the score. 90 seconds to go here in the third quarter. Shireman inbounds it over to Jaylen Brown. And Jalen gets it over towards the left side of the elbow. Shireman gives it over to Peyton Pritchard. Pritchard off the dribble for 2. Got it. 89-67. Celtics lead it with 1:13 left to go. Tyrese Maxey will get it back for the Sixers. The only guys that have scored for Boston in this third quarter as Maxey puts up a 3. It's no good. The only guys that have scored are Jaylen Brown, Jason Tatum, and Peyton Pritchard. That's it. Brown gets called for an offensive foul. He pushed off Quentin Grimes. And it'll be Sixers ball with 54.2 seconds to go. I could go for a Philly cheesesteak, dude. That sounds really good. I don't hate Drummond taking a flagrant there to hype up this team, says Yin Yang. Yin Yang, shout out to you, man. Big shout out to you, my guy. 54.2 seconds left to go, and now Jaylen Brown, they're going to see if this is a flagrant on him. Like, that's not a flagrant foul to me. It's just not. It's just a regular push-off. Like, what do they need to see? There's no excessive contact there. Thank you for covering the game. Of course, man. It's just an offensive foul. Crazy. 89-67 with 54.2 seconds left to go in this third quarter. Of course, man, no problem. We'll be back on Tuesday, of course, for the next Sixers Celtics game. We also do the Phillies and the Sixers, and we do a lot of baseball. So if you love baseball as much as me, you should definitely come check us out for that. Here's Maxey for 2, and he's fouled. 48.6 seconds left to go. Tyrese Maxey being aggressive there. And Garza's the one who gets called guilty for the foul. We are now 9 subscribers away from 9,800 subs. That's unbelievable, man. 9 subscribers away. Luka Garza just got called for his 4th foul. And the first free throw is up, and it's good. To make it 89-68. Tell you what, these Boston centers are starting to get into foul trouble. This game might not be over yet. 89-68, and the second free throw is up, and it's good. So Maxey does knock them both down.
Excellent.
Here's Garza again, handing it off over to Pritchard. Pritchard for a 2, just too easy again. Peyton Pritchard has been unbelievable in this game. 28 points. He's 11 for 17 from the field. George for 3 for the Sixers. That's up, and that's in. 31.3 seconds left to go here in this third quarter. George with 16 points. He's made all 3 of his trays. And once again, it's Pritchard again for the Boston Celtics, who gets it, and they're trying to use him in the pick and roll. Pritchard over on the left side of the elbow for 2. He just cannot be stopped. 93-72 is the score. 11 seconds to go. Peyton Pritchard with 30 points. He's been a bug. And we have a foul called against Boston. And that's going to be on Garza again. That's, I believe, his 5th personal foul. So another person that's in foul trouble. Pritchard is just unstoppable in this game. Drummond will be at the line. 44 points off the bench for Boston, and Peyton Pritchard has contributed to a lot of those. First foul shot, got it. I have to be honest, I have no hope for this game. This is just not going to happen for us. I'm not saying it's done yet. It has not been a great start. I'm waiting until the buzzer. Foul shot number 2, got it. 93-74. Pritchard gets the inbound pass. Sixers are providing pressure on him now. 1 second to go. The ball gets stripped. 0.9 seconds to go. And we have a foul called on VJ Edgecombe. Yes, it is another shooting foul. Dang it. You just had to stay up and down there. So VJ gets called for a foul. That's his 4th, by the way. Pritchard at the line. And the first free throw that he puts up is good. 94-74 with 0.9 seconds left to go here in this third quarter. Whoever said it before, the bigger the deficit, the better the comeback. I heard that like last year. That's just funny. 95-74. Sixers get the inbound here, and Tyrese Maxey chucks it, but it's after the clock anyways. And so we're going to go to the fourth quarter. The Sixers trail by 21 points, 95-74. Don't forget to like. Don't forget to subscribe. We still got one more quarter left to go. JJ, I have to watch my sister's kids until Thursday because they are flying from Hawaii to the Bay Area airport. Ooh, that's nice. Are the kids okay? Are the kids nice? Are the kids good? Or are they rowdy? Are they just a lot? Or both? Because they could be both. We need some juice, man. We need some juice. 95-74. Pritchard, Brown, and Tatum absolutely carried Boston in that third quarter. And they have just sucked the life out of Philadelphia. Boston has won each quarter so far today. They put up 34 in the first, 22 in the second, and 39 in the third. And the Sixers trail by 21 points. Game 5 will be on Tuesday. Will the Sixers trail 3-1 or can they somehow, some way come back miraculously and tie up the series at 2 apiece? We'll see. We're going to see what they're made of here in this fourth quarter, chat. We're going to see what this team is made of in this fourth quarter. We'll see. We'll see. This will be very, very telling to me. Man, they have sucked the life out of almost everybody just in that first quarter from not getting any offensive rebound. J-Min says, how ticked are you with the Philadelphia Phillies? Here's how ticked I am at the Philadelphia Phillies. Let me put it to you this way. Hold up a second. Well, hold up 1 second. Where is it? Here's how ticked I am at the Philadelphia Phillies. Right here. Right there. I went off on the Philadelphia Phillies today. I had a post-game show, and I talked about them for 49 minutes. That right there shows you how ticked off I am at the Philadelphia Phillies. Ugh, man, brutal. We got 47 people watching us. Don't forget to like. Don't forget to subscribe. 95 to 74. Memberships. Yes, memberships. If you type in ! memberships with an S, that should work. Same thing with the socials. That should be right here. J-Min says, yeah, same. Dude, it's crazy. There you go. Oh, memberships. So there's the socials. And then it's memberships with an S. Memberships with an S. Tatum for 3, puts it up, and that one is good to make it 98 to 74. Philadelphia down by 24 points to the Celtics. Maxey was going to throw it over to Embiid, but Embiid got pushed to the ground, and now he's flat on his back. He's going to be helped up by his teammates, Tyrese Maxey and Quentin Grimes. There we go. Memberships. Got tripped up there. That was actually by Hauser. Hauser committed the foul. That was his first personal foul. Queta in foul trouble. He has 4 fouls. Embiid hands it off over to Tyrese Maxey. Maxey back to Embiid. Joel looking to figure out what to do with the ball. Pritchard is playing defense on him. Here's a 3 by Grimes. That's up. It's no good. Embiid lost the ball. Pritchard picks it back on up. And it's a 98 to 74 game. It's Tatum now who looks to attack. Hands it off over to Queta, and Queta puts up a 2, and that's up, and it's good. It's a 26-point lead for the Boston Celtics. A 5-0 start here in this fourth quarter. Oubre gets it at the top of the key for the Sixers. Kelly Oubre goes downhill. That's swatted away by Queta. The ball goes out of bounds, and it'll still be Sixers ball, right? Nope, it was last touched by the Sixers. My mistake. Look at Oubre trying to be physical downhill, and Queta just swatted the ball away. Tatum for 3, off balance, good, and a foul. 103 to 74, and that could possibly be the dagger. A 9-0 start in this fourth quarter for Boston. And it just continues to get uglier and uglier for Philadelphia. It is a 30-point lead for the Celtics, 104 to 74, as Jason Tatum rises to superstardom. He's 4 for 9 from 3. Embiid looks to pass it over to Tyrese Maxey, and Maxey on the pick and roll over to Joel, puts up the layup inside, not once but twice, and that's good. It's 104 to 76. Tatum with the rock looking to try to pass it. And he takes it down the lane, throws it away. Embiid gets the interception. Tyrese Maxey tries to make the layup on the other side. It's up, and it's good. Back to a 26-point deficit with less than 10 minutes to go. 104-78. Maxey with 19 points. He's 6 for 12 shooting-wise from the field. Pritchard passes it over to the outside to Walsh, and his three-point shot won't go. Embiid can't get the rebound. Nehemiah Skeda gets it instead. On the next attempt, that's no good. And Maxey comes away with it for Philadelphia. 9:35 to go here in the fourth quarter, and we have another whistle called. It'll be a timeout by the Sixers. They trail by 26 points, and Tyrese Maxey calls for time. Let's take another sip of water. Oh, boy. Doors, what's up, Doors? Doors, I haven't seen you on here in a while. What's going on, man? Damn, bro, I hope the Flyers can win tomorrow, says J-Man. I know. Brianna's also here. What's up, Brianna? How you doing? What's up, Bree? What's up, Doors? How you doing, Doors? It's so frustrating, I know. The first quarter really killed us. Every other quarter was close. Tell you what, they started off on the wrong foot. That is what really killed them. And they really did not recover in that first quarter. Like, again, it all comes down to the possession where Boston had the 6 offensive rebounds. That was the game right there. That was the game. I hope I'm wrong. I do. I really hope I'm wrong. That would be crazy if I turn out to be. My Bruins about to get knocked out of the playoffs, says Doors. Doors, I haven't seen you on here in forever. What's going on, man? Good to see you. Folks, we not only cover the Philadelphia 76ers, we cover the Philadelphia Eagles, and we cover, of course, the Philadelphia Phillies. Do a lot of baseball content on our channel. Haven't forgotten about the Sixers, have not forgotten about the NBA world. It's just been a very, very busy year for baseball, and that's what's really been cooking for the channel. We've been able to make a lot of new friends, and it's been really awesome. Embiid isn't the answer if we shoot this badly, says Joe. You're right. You're definitely right. I can't disagree with you on that. Nope. You think the Flyers got a good chance to do a deep run, says Wilderness. They will take the series against the Penguins. I believe that they'll win in Game 5 or in Game 6. I feel good about Game 5 tomorrow. Do I think that they're going to get past Carolina? That Carolina team is really good. That Carolina team is really good. Hey, JJ, remember Yasirski, 2024 summer? No, I do not. But Killers out lurking. Thank you so much for tuning on in. I don't remember Yasirski. I don't. If that was you before, I apologize. I'm so sorry. I feel bad. But thanks so much for coming back on here. Doris says, I'm doing good, bro. How are you? Dude, I'm so happy to see you on here. It feels like I haven't seen you in like months. It feels like I haven't seen you in forever, man. 104-78 is the score with about 9:33 to go here in this fourth quarter of play. Sixers called a timeout. And now they have the rock. Embiid hands it off over to Quentin Grimes. Grimes back over to Edgecombe. They swing it around the timeline. Here's Embiid for a wide open three. Doink. It's off the mark. Shireman gets the rebound. 9 minutes and 15 seconds left here in the fourth quarter. Pritchard at the logo. Crosses over a couple of times. Peyton Pritchard. What's he going to do? It's Grimes guarding him. Pritchard steps back over at the foul line. and he gives it back over to Shireman for a three, and he got it to go. 107-78 with 8:55 left remaining here in the fourth quarter. And it just continues to be bad for the Sixers. Embiid hands it off over to Grimes. Grimes back to Maxey. Maxey pulls up and knocks down a deep, deep three to make it 107-81 with 8:35 to go in the fourth quarter. Maxey backpedals, and it's Oubre back out there on defense. Still no Paul George back in this game. Tatum taking it towards the left side, and Tatum gets called for an offensive foul. I like your background and banner. Time to add the Flyers, says Doors. Hey, man. I do, we are going to be doing a little watch party for the Flyers tomorrow, so that'll be cool. Bueller. It's been a long minute, man. I missed you. Yes, sir. I'm happy to see you back on here, dude. 107-83 as Embiid makes the 8-foot hook shot. 8:03 left to go here in the fourth quarter. Pritchard looking to pass it over to Queta, and now Pritchard again drives it downhill. Pritchard dribbles it around the timeline, puts up a three-pointer, airballs it. Queta for two, no, and he's fouled by Grimes with exactly 7:49 to go. Shireman's been a solid pickup for the Seas, but Queta and our center problem is still a real problem. Well, and that's been what I've noticed from you guys is that that's been erased because of Peyton Pritchard's play and because of just the amount of offensive rebounds you were able to generate in the first half. Cassell was just yelling over at Pritchard. 108-83. I wonder what he said. Hawks, Knicks both had matchup for the 76ers. I think I remember Yasirski. My name used to be Jane Grammer. What happened, Joe? No, I'm kidding. I know. Flyers are on tomorrow. What's up, Cam? How you doing, man? 109-83. It's Edgecombe back over to Joel Embiid, and Embiid back to VJ, and VJ's two-point shot. No. Grabs his own offensive rebound, almost threw it away to Joel. And Joel with a floater inside. That's up, and that's good. 109-85. Sixers are going to have to take the next game in Boston. And they are going to probably be down 3-1 in the series. 26 points for Embiid in 32 minutes. He's 9 for 20 from the field. White for a three-pointer. He backs up. Count it. 112-85. A 27-point lead for the Boston Celtics with 7 minutes to go. And at this point, it's just a snooze fest for the 76ers. Maxey for three for Philadelphia. Just a little bit too strong. 6:50 left to go in the fourth quarter. Tatum again takes it to the top of the key, crosses over about 3 times, and looks to pass it over to Pritchard. Another three for Boston. That's short, and the ball goes up into Derek White's hands, and he can't make the layup that time. Grimes downhill for two. Got it. There you go. So now it's a 25-point deficit with 6:20 left to go. A 25-point deficit. Crazy. Boston in this ball game so far has put up 21 three-point makes and make it now 22. They are 22 for 46 from the field. That was Tatum who knocked it down. Sixers are 9 for 25. They're just living and dying by the three, and the Sixers just cannot rebound against them. Embiid for three on the other side. Not that time. And Tatum gets the board for Boston. I'll tell you what, in Game 5, what needs to happen is the Sixers just have to play more physical in the first quarter. It seemed like that after the first quarter, because of the amount of rebounds that Boston got, the Sixers lost their mojo. They lost their swag. We got a post-game show after this, and we'll break everything all down. Tatum at the line, puts up the foul shot, and it's good. 116-87. I would definitely come on in with a clear head, and I would give you guys honest analysis when we do our post-game show. Because I want you guys to understand where I'm at with this team. Foul shot number 2, and just like that, it's back to a 30-point game. Embiid is over on the bench, 5.5 minutes to go. 117-87. Maxey and Edgecombe and Edwards and Bona are out there along with Grimes, who goes downhill and just takes it right over to the cup and is able to dunk it on home. He landed a little bit awkwardly there. 117-89. Grimes with 11 points. 5 for 7 he is from the field in this game. I mean, just the lack of physicality in this game is why I'm a little bit upset with the 76ers. It's not just because Boston's taking all these threes. It's just the fact that they're giving up so many boards. And while Boston has the better team, we said that from the beginning, that Boston does have the better team compared to Philadelphia. What we wanted to see was a competitive series. And while they kept Game 2 and Game 3 competitive, they couldn't pull away in Game 3. And in Game 4, Boston just absolutely annihilated the Sixers. And while Boston had a cold shooting night in Game 2, the 76ers were just super cold in this game, and they were just not getting rebounds. That's the part that's frustrating about this. 117-89 with 4:43 left to go here in the fourth quarter. Sixers were on a roll, and then they laid a huge egg tonight. They're better without Embiid. But then here's my argument. Why do you think that they're better without Embiid? Well, my question to you is, why do you think that they're better without Embiid? Do you think Embiid slows things down? Do you think that it was because that, they tried to get Joel Embiid involved a little bit more, and Tyrese Maxey was a little bit more hesitant? Like, what do you think? Just out of curiosity, I'm not telling you that you're wrong. Pritchard over at the foul line extended, gets it downhill, the shot's up, and it's denied by Barlow. See, this is what I don't understand. What I don't understand is when the 76ers need to get rebounds, why isn't Bona out there? Now, I'm not telling you that they win this game, not Bona, Barlow. Why isn't Barlow out there? I'm not telling you that they win this game with Dominic Barlow out there, or even Jabari Walker, but why don't they match up with their size? Why don't they match up with their athleticism? That's the part I really don't understand. Shireman's going to inbound it over to Hauser, and his three-point shot is way off the mark. 117-90 is the score. Yeah, the Knicks scare me also. I want that to go 7, and respect to Sixers fans, but agree with the gentleman sweep. I don't think that the Knicks, if you play the Knicks, it's not going to 7. You guys, the Boston Celtics are taking the East. I'm sorry. That's just the truth. The Celtics are taking the East. I just have a gut feeling that if this Knicks team is struggling against the Atlanta Hawks, they're not going to do well against you guys. Here's a three-point shot that's up and it's in, and that was Sam Hauser who knocked down the three and makes it 120-90. 3:35 left to go. Walsh comes away with a turnover from the 76ers. Walsh back over to Shireman. Shireman to Walsh for a three, and that one's way too strong. Edwards gets the rebound for the 76ers, and 3:20 to go. I haven't been on here in a minute, but I remembered I subscribed to you back in early 2024 or late 2023, and I was last on here in late July 2025. You probably don't recognize me. I changed my username. Well, dude, thanks so much for coming on back here, man. I really appreciate it. You found me just through the Sixers? That's how you found me? That's really cool, man. Shireman for three. Not that time. That's really awesome. Here's Watford for a 2. No. And we have another foul called. Did you see the Padres game? No, I didn't see any game. I've been watching the Phillies, and I've been watching the 76ers both lay eggs. Did I see highlights of what happened? I saw that Machado hit like a big home run. He had like 2 homers in that game. That's all that I know. What else do I need to know about that game? I never saw Lakers sweeping the Rockets. Even without KD and without Fred VanVleet, I didn't see that either. And by the way, that's also without Luka and Reeves. You think that Houston steals one tonight? You think it's a 5-game series? I think it'll go to 5. Crazy. But yeah, what else happened in that Padres game? Let me know. How's the Royals game going right now? Is that game done? The game was... Huh. That game is over? That game started at like, what, 7:20? Was that like the shortest game? Today's Sunday, April 26th. Wasn't there a game on tonight? Huh? And didn't the Rockies and the Mets play a doubleheader? The Mets are done. What? Now I'm so confused. I thought that there was a game on tonight. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. What the heck? Why are we like scrolling all the way up again? I love that the Mets keep on losing, but the Phillies aren't doing anything with it, says my guy. Yeah, I know. Diamondbacks hit a grand slam. Ooh, Padres game was after the Phillies game. I was here for that. Machado did hit 2 home runs. They were up 6-0, and then they ended up losing 12-7 to the Diamondbacks. What? That's wild. Oh, I'll have to go watch the highlights of that game. That's insane. That's absolutely wild. Wasn't there a Sunday night game on tonight? Am I crazy, chat? That game like started at 7:20. I thought. Maybe not. Then again, maybe not. Oh, dude. This team is really taking a lot out of me tonight. We got ourselves a post-game show, though, after this. We do. Watford at the line for 1. Puts it up and puts it on in. 120-93. Foul shot number 2. And that's up. And that's good. To make it 120-94. Tatum, 30 points tonight. 11 assists and 7 rebounds. Jaylen Brown had 20 points. Peyton Pritchard had 32 off the bench. And he was a plus 22 for the Boston Celtics. 123-94 as the 3-point shot is good once again. That was Ron Harper Jr. who was able to make the shots. You can see the reaction from Tyrese Maxey and Paul George over on the bench. They do not look satisfied at all. Nor should they be. Walker down the lane, goes up with the 2 inside. It's up, and it's in. And again, I'm not a coach. I'm not a scout or anything, but I just wonder at times when you need a rebound. Why not go to those? Why not go to a guy like Jabari Walker or a guy like Dominic Barlow? Now, I know that they have other weaknesses in their game. They have a tougher time putting the ball through the hoop. But maybe that helps somebody else. I don't know. Again, I'm not a head coach. But I just wonder these things. Wide open 3 for Boston. And they nail yet another one to make it 128-96. That's Max Scholga who knocks it down. The Sixers attempted 29 threes. The Celtics have made 24. 24. Barlow for 3 for the Sixers. Can't buy a bucket there. Walker gets the offensive rebound. Walker down the lane, puts up a tough 2 inside. That's no good. 58 seconds left to go. We got an awesome post-game show after this. Make sure that you guys stay on for that. The ball goes on out of bounds. 52.9 seconds left to go in this fourth quarter of play. Walker for 3 for the Sixers. Not that time. 45 seconds left in this fourth quarter of play. 128-96 with 38 seconds left to go. Sixers are now in a hole. They're down 3-1 in the series, facing elimination for the first time, and they will play Game 5 of the series on Tuesday. And they are hoping to extend it to a 6-game series. 128-96. That is going to be the final score of this game. And that'll wrap it up in Philadelphia. The Sixers lose by 32 points against the Boston Celtics tonight. After losing a close one on Saturday, or on Friday night, they get absolutely blown out here in Game 4. And we're going to break it all down. We're going to talk about it. And we will definitely get into more details on this game. Okay, chat. Here's the bottom line. You got outclassed tonight by the Boston Celtics. This is what happened. Okay? The Boston Celtics were the better team tonight. The Boston Celtics have a better team. And we knew that. We knew that the Boston Celtics had a better team than the Philadelphia 76ers. They just have a better roster. They have better players. But the thing that bothers me about this game tonight is that I said from the start of this series, my main goal for the 76ers is for them to keep it close. The Sixers did not keep it close in the first quarter. And as a matter of fact, the first quarter, getting off on the wrong foot, is why they lost the game. That's why they lost. You got outclassed. You got bullied. And when Boston wasn't even making their shots, they just toyed with you. They toyed with you from the jump. You had some bad turnovers, and you just couldn't get rebounds. They had 8 offensive boards. You had none. Like, that's the game there. I don't care how many threes the Boston Celtics attempted. If they're getting boards, if they're getting 5 chance opportunities, you're not winning that game. I don't know where VJ Edgecombe was tonight. His effort was not good. This was a bad game from VJ Edgecombe. And VJ Edgecombe is going to have to learn what it's like going up against really good defenses. It's a different game when it comes into the playoffs. But this is part of the problem, too. The 76ers have guys on their team that have different timelines. VJ Edgecombe is a rookie. Tyrese Maxey is in his 6th year right now. Joel Embiid is in his 12th year right now, which is crazy. And Paul George He's been around the block for quite some time. So everybody has different timelines, which means that obviously everybody has different experience. And for VJ Edgecombe, because he's a rookie, he's never seen anything quite like this before. I was really disappointed tonight, though, with Tyrese Maxey, because while I give Boston a lot of credit for how they played defense in this game and how they blitzed Tyrese Maxey, I thought that Tyrese Maxey not getting any shot attempts in the first quarter was ridiculous within the first 8 minutes of the first quarter. The Sixers just could not find ways to get him involved, and he was just absolutely silent. He really was. Maxey tonight, I don't care what the stats say. I don't care that he got 22 points. He played a bad game of basketball in this game and was a minus 22 for a reason. Paul George had 16 points. This was not his best game either. Paul George had 1 assist. When Paul George is being a playmaker, he's playing well. Embiid had 10 rebounds tonight. Guess how many rebounds Boston had? The starters, as a unit, put up 33 rebounds, 32 rebounds. Your starters in this game put up 24. Your bench, as a matter of fact, only put up 6. Their bench put up a total of 19. Athleticism, athleticism, athleticism. It's terrible. They shoot a ridiculous amount of threes. And you're telling me that you could not get one offensive rebound in that first half. I don't care what their talent is like, because guess what? The Sixers lost the third game because they didn't have enough talent at the end. This game right here, they definitely don't have the talent that Boston has, but I expected them to go out there and show a little bit more fight. I thought I was going to see tonight what this team was made of, and the fact that I saw this is terrible. It's a disgrace. Tonight's performance, you have every right to be angry about, because while, again, Boston is the better team and we picked Boston to win this series, you didn't show any fight. You didn't show any fight at all whatsoever. And part of that also goes on the head coach, too. Because they come out in the second half, and while they put up a total of 58 points, they still get outscored 62-58. And Boston, again, just at the start of every quarter, just puts this team away. They had the runs at the very beginning of every quarter. Jason Tatum and Jaylen Brown in that first half were ice cold. And yet you couldn't do anything, nothing, to neutralize them. To neutralize the rest of the offense. Peyton Pritchard's a really good player. Pritchard has not had himself a good series until tonight. He woke up, and he was really effective out there. He put up 32 points. He's been a sniper for them off the bench all season long. And tonight he was 6 for 12 shooting-wise from 3. Yes, you got to pick your poison. But I'm just, again, really mad that they didn't provide effort on the rebounding side. Rebounding to me is about effort. And that's where they lost this. That's where they got blown out. That's what happened. And that's what bothers me. I'll tell you what else bothers me. Besides the rebounding, 51-30. The other thing, too, that bothers me in this game, I know that they only had 9 turnovers, but those 9 turnovers that they had were super loud. Joel Embiid in this game started off so strong, and yet just went ice cold. And I thought maybe he was going to be a little bit more of a factor tonight. That was not the case. But the amount of turnovers were absolutely ridiculous. The way that they turned the ball over was ridiculous. We just didn't see any fight. We saw fight in Game 2 and Game 3. We didn't see fight in Game 4. As much as I would have liked them to win tonight's game, I wanted to see more fight. And as a matter of fact, I even said that with Joel Embiid back out there, I feel really confident. They get your hopes up, and this is what they do. Joel comes back on in, and they just can't do anything right. Nothing. This game was also coached very badly, too. Nick Nurse decides to go with Andre Drummond as his backup center. And as soon as Andre Drummond is getting picked on, they don't adjust. This is Game 7, Nick Nurse. Essentially, this is a Game 7 situation. Because the odds of you winning this series now are obviously super, super low. But you needed to put this team in the position to succeed. And he didn't do that. When Andre Drummond's going to eat up out there, Adem Bona needs to come on in. I don't care if Adem Bona has been bad all series, but Adem Bona has to come on in. Dominic Barlow needs to come on in. You need to get more bodies because they're beating you on the glass. I thought that Nick Nurse tonight didn't coach like it was a Game 7 at all. As a matter of fact, I was actually disappointed because they kept spamming that pick and roll with Paul George and Andre Drummond. They figured that out. When Paul George and Andre Drummond were out there, they did not even run that play once. They didn't run it once. They didn't try to run it. So overall, I'm bothered. And the reason why I'm bothered is because I expected that with Joel Embiid back out there, with Joel Embiid back out there tonight, that they would give us some sort of fight, some sort of juice, and that they would make us feel confident that they can keep up with Boston. I was fine in Game 3 because I thought that Boston showed at the end that they were the better team. And it was a heartbreaker. It really was. The bad turnovers at the end and the threes that Tatum made were clutch. And it made you think about Game 6 in 2023. But that's where you scratch your head. That took a lot out of me tonight, man. I can't even yell. I can't yell. I don't have it in me. This game mentally wore me out. It did. It absolutely did. So, chat, the question that I have for you is, how would you describe that game in one word? I think that all of us Sixers fans know what the letter grade was. But how would you describe that game? I would say that that was a lifeless basketball game from the 76ers. And when they did show up in the third quarter, at that moment in time, Boston just has to neutralize you. And if you're not going to make any stops on defense, then that's the game. You needed to do that early in the first. And he didn't do that. So, you lost the game in the first quarter, and the 6 offensive rebounds is what you could not recover from. Couldn't recover from that. And then Boston just psychologically owned you. Crazy. If you're going to come and go, just go, Rhino. Thank you for the stream, JJ. Sorry for your Sixers loss. Sixers didn't play better, but I'm feeling good about my Celtics. And you know what? You should. You should feel good about the Celtics. And the reason why you should feel good about the Celtics is because even though the Celtics take a lot of threes, and even though they have a lot of problems with their centers, they fight. They fight. And that's just in their DNA. I wish my 76ers showed heart. They didn't show any heart tonight. And they deserve to get beaten by the Boston Celtics. I just thought that they were better than this. They fooled me 55,000 times. And on the 55,001st time, they tricked me very hard. I said that I wasn't going to buy back in. They fooled me. Fool's gold for me. Embiid slows the game down too much. We got to play fast with Boston, says Del Randolph. Usually I would say that I agree. But here's where I disagree. If you're losing this game because of pace, if Embiid slows the game down, they were using that to their advantage. How come they stopped letting Embiid go downhill over on the block? You saw that Embiid was taking the ball up a little bit more at times. Embiid needs to get down low on the block and get guys to foul him, because that's what he's really good at. Embiid can slow the game down, and that is a weapon when you use it correctly. And I thought that they actually did not put Joel Embiid in a good position to succeed. Maxey wasn't getting enough touches. Neither was VJ Edgecombe at times. And they have to go back to the drawing board, because Joel Embiid can be a weapon because of the amount of gravity that he draws downhill on the block, and he wasn't drawing that gravity tonight. I thought that there were times where he was being passive. I knew that there were going to be some sloppy turnovers that he had. Not saying that I didn't expect that, but I didn't expect all the times when they were going downhill to just pass it out of the lane. There was one block that Derek White did have on Tyrese Maxey as he was going for a layup inside, and that was a good play. But I'm watching other times where the Sixers are hesitant, where they're just not as strong downhill over on the block. And Joel is not using his strengths to his best abilities. I'm watching him settle for threes at times. Why? Why? And you know what? If VJ Edgecombe is still missing, I want VJ Edgecombe to still keep shooting, even when he's missing. It's terrible when he's not, when he's not making the shots. Tyrese Maxey also needs to get more shots up too. And it's on Nick Nurse to figure that out. But that's where I'm disappointed tonight. They didn't put Embiid in a position to succeed. And the play from the guards was not good enough. And the head coach didn't do a good job either. And that game wore me out. Maxey and Edgecombe should have to make 100 threes and 100 free throw jumpers tomorrow in practice. These guys are on different timelines. VJ Edgecombe has to learn what it's like to face adversity in the playoffs. Unfortunately, these timelines don't match up with the rest of the team. Because Joel Embiid is in a win-now mode. Paul George, it's a win-now mode for him. It's different windows. It's different timelines. And we're frustrated because the organization has put us in a position to scratch our heads and say, which timeline are we in right now? Are we building for the future? Are we trying to win now? And they feel like that this team is good enough to win now. It's not. And that's a whole nother discussion for another day. I'm opening up that can of worms now, but I'm going to close it right now because the bottom line is that, again, what was expected in this series was a competitive series. And tonight, in Game 4, we didn't get that. And that was with Joel Embiid. So again, you use your strengths to slow the game down because then that makes Boston off of their game. If you play up to their pace, they win. That's called playing down to your opponent. So I respectfully disagree with that. If you make them play at your pace, you win. You got to change it up. And that's where I stand. All right, that's going to wrap it up for me. Chat, we have ourselves a busy week. Okay? A very busy week. We're going to be on for 48 hours on Wednesday all the way until Friday morning. We're doing our 48-hour fundraising stream. It's going to be a lot. I will post the schedule of this week tomorrow or later tonight. I'll try to get it done later tonight. If not, it'll be posted first thing tomorrow morning. Sorry, it will be posted tomorrow, I meant to say. And then, of course, we have to write out our whole agenda or our itinerary of what's going to happen throughout this 48-hour stream. We got a lot to do. We got a lot to get done. And I'm excited. But it's going to be a lot of work. I love you all very much. Laila Tov. Have yourself a great rest of your night. Tough loss tonight for the Philadelphia 76ers. But I will catch you all on the next one. Peace out. Peace out, baby.